Welcome back, folks. You're listening to the Stockwell Eldridge Show. I'm Jason Stockwell, Remax Results.
And I'm Dawn Eldridge with Remax Results.
There's Stephanie Havel with Wells Fargo in-house with us, and Jim Stathis with The Firm, and Mitch Morgan with Vanquish AP. This office for The Firm is probably pretty close to you guys, right? You guys are downtown.
It's right down the street.
Mitch, are you going to go get in a suit?
I was talking to him about it before, and maybe I'll try it out.
It's
I don't work out
cool.
too much.
It's really, really cool. And
Yes.
people of all ages and shapes and sizes are doing it, not just... I was nervous because I know the firm's reputation. They're really amazing workouts, and I was scared that I would be the only person that wasn't in shape. And I walked in, and I was not. So I was like, oh.
Well, and the fact that you're still doing it, like, that's what I try to give myself a little props.
Yes.
It's, it's a New Year's resolution. It's... What is it, February? I don't know, middle of February, and we're still at it. So, fist pumps, girl. We're doing
right.
That's right.
Yeah, check us out on YouTube. I'm going to be here's my before.
We can do that.
And then you'll see my after. Give me a couple months. So
We'll do a before and after with you. We'll take pictures
Perfect.
and measurements.
Yeah.
And strength measurements.
I think that I was just talking to somebody at my gym today, and it just, the frustration, like for me, it's, do this program, and it's really intense. It's called Fitaholic is what I do, and it's, I'm kickboxing and strength training, and but I've been at it for I think 5 weeks now, and I'm looking at the scale, and I know you're not supposed to look at the scale and all that kind of stuff. So, just kind of talking like the frustration of it. But some things, what I was going to ask you about the suit is, so like we do things like we measure our heart rate and all that kind of stuff and measurements and stuff. Does the suit also have tracking with it as well? So like if Dawn's wearing it and she's been wearing it every day, like is it hooked to some type of system where you can say, okay, you burned this much fat this week?
It's connected to an iPad.
Well,
or an app?
Wait a minute. It's only I can only wear that suit at the firm.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Away from there.
Right, but that's what I was asking. Right. So is it tied to an app? So like we have something too, it's called like a MyZone thing. And it tracks our your heart rate and all that kind of stuff. And then, so kind of like a Fitbit thing too as well. So does the suit do that as well?
Yes, the current version, this is like first generation, doesn't track heart rate. It senses if your muscles are working, it senses your imbalances. The next generation, which we'll have in 6 months, you'll be able to actually track your heart rate, track your calories. We do have at the firm, that's other class I mentioned, athletic performance training. There you can wear your heart rate monitor, Wahoo, Mizu, whatever the heart rate monitor is. You walk into the room, and it basically tracks heart rate and calories, but there's no suit.
Okay.
So you could put that heart rate on and put the suit over the heart rate, and you can still track it through an app. But eventually we'll have our own app that's tied into the suit.
Okay,
and it also sends electronic pulses, and the pulses are basically going, so like, when Dawn came in the first time, she was at 20% on her glutes. You're like, okay, what does that mean? Next time she comes in, she's at 30% on her glutes. So we increase the intensity, which means, how much muscle fiber are we recruiting? Mm-hmm. And she's getting stronger and stronger.
And I learned,
yes,
that glutes are like one of the strongest muscles in your body.
Right. And it's funny because it's one of the weakest to most people because they use their quads for running, walking.
Right. But you can really work out your glute. I mean,
Yes.
they can really handle working a lot of weight. I found that out this morning.
Yes. Oh, good.
Jim is very good at targeting the glutes. Lots of squats and lunges.
Well, the booty is it.
Yes.
Look at J-Lo, Kim Kardashian.
That's right.
They're bringing the
It's
booty
all
back.
about
I
the
want to
booty.
have a nice one, so it's perfect.
I want somebody to bring the belly back.
That's right. You got to get ready for swimsuit season.
When is it okay to have a big belly?
So, Jim, were you telling me that you guys were nominated for an award? Or
Yes. So we submitted a video, which you'll probably see on YouTube.
Fitness has always been in a constant state of evolution, but it's not until recently that technology has been able to pair so well with your exercise. At Vision Body, we've taken that one step further with the Power-Driven Training System, a new, revolutionary wearable that maximizes gains in a short span of time. Using electronic resonance therapy, a medical application older than the English language, the Power-Driven Training System targets specific large muscle groups and safely activates the central nervous system to direct your muscles to contract at a higher frequency. It starts with the Bluetooth-enabled suit. Sleek, flexible, cable-free, and form-fitting, it disperses pulses throughout your body, facilitating efficient training and recovery all in one workout. The The pulses are directly handled by a trainer who operates within a specific iPad program who is able to analyze and correct muscle performance as you're exercising. It's a matter of rapidly turning on and off the stimulation protocols to the proper muscle groups, allowing the trainer to identify compensation patterns and sensing when the impulses overload muscles to produce subsequent detraining of this compensation. One trainer can individually control up to 8 different suits at a time. Whether you're an elite athlete or just beginning a weight loss journey, the power-driven training system will enhance your workout and improve fat burning, strength, endurance, coordination, and speed. So now that you have a better idea of how it works, let's put the suit to the test and get working on your new body.
And we submitted a video to IDEA, and IDEA is like the largest fitness group in the country. And what they do is they basically look at new technologies, and we got selected as one of the new technologies.
Congratulations. That's
Thank
great.
you. And we're called Momentic Fitness. And Momentic means movement and technology. So
cool.
we're doing everything that's related to movement and using technologies, hence Fitbit, heart rate, power suit. So we're integrating all those items. We're presenting and launching this in Vegas. It's called Idea World Conference, and it'll probably be 100,000 fitness professionals around the world in July. So we'll be there presenting.
Awesome.
Cool.
That's great.
So it's exciting.
Yeah, so the other thing that I can say about the suit is I can't talk about the injuries exactly, but I had some injuries happen, and I did have some concussions, and I'm seeing a chiropractor, and he has noticed that I'm improving quicker because the suit is a little bit like ARP therapy
That's right.
derived, I would guess.
It's reducing
not-
inflammation
Yeah.
and
Oh, really?
increasing your recovery.
Yeah. And my brain is working better, too.
Yes.
I've
which is
noticed that,
great.
actually.
Have you?
You know,
thank
Jason's
you.
like, yeah, you're getting smarter.
Right.
Selling more houses.
It could also be that I've been not drinking for 12 days, but,
That helps. I'm sure
It
that
does.
helps.
It does help. Yes, I've been along with this. I'm doing the fast metabolism diet, which Jim introduced me to, and it's been. My mom is doing it too, and it's
Really?
been really amazing. It's actually kind of a fun thing to do. I don't know if you've ever looked into it, but it's
What is it?
it's fun. It's an app. I'll show it to you.
It's an
Okay.
app,
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's cool.
It's done by Holly Pomeroy. And actually, I want to give credit to my sweetie, who's Jill Winter. She introduced it to me. And I'm like, okay, what is this? And we both tried it. So it's pretty impressive.
and it's called the
Really?
fast metabolism.
Fast metabolism. And Holly Pomeroy is like the scientist. She does all her research on animals and horses. And she actually trains the celebs.
Okay.
So all the celebs do this program. You can download the app. It's
Oh, really?
$2.99.
Oh, wow.
There's a book you can also read. It's pretty impressive. So what you do is, real quick, you reset your metabolism. Think about a battery, right? So you have a battery, you have it 100%. It's in the middle of the day, it drops to 50, you freak out, you plug it back in.
Yeah.
You get to 80, 90, you freak back out because it's dropped to 40, you plug it back in. So what you're doing is degrading the lifetime of the battery. If you were to let the battery drain completely to 0 and then plug it back in, let it fully build up to 100, it'll last longer. So you're doing the same thing with this nutrition, with fast metabolism. You're basically depleting yourself of carbs, proteins, and then you're adding them back in every day. So it's a pretty impressive program.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And it's simple.
It's kind of it teaches
Structured.
you to eat better,
Yes.
and you
You have
eat
food
more
choices.
often, but smaller amounts. Whereas I was always guilty if I'd starve myself all day.
Right.
'cause we
That's how I get so
busy.
busy during the
Yep.
day. And
And
I
then
know
I
our
eat at
trainers, they
night,
always tell us abs
yeah.
are made in the kitchen. You
Yeah.
can do crunches all day long.
That's
but
good. I like
you
that.
know,
Abs
the abs are made
kitchen.
in the kitchen. Absolutely.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's great.
true. Yeah.
So hopefully, folks, you're hopefully getting motivated a little bit to do something or work out. And if you have questions about that or want to join a program where you have help, you have professionals that are with you and also testimonials from people that are seeing results. And it sounds like it's a faster result because you're working not 30% of your muscles, but you're actually getting up to 90% of your
90%,
muscle
correct.
working.
Yep.
So that makes sense. That's going to be better and a quicker, better result, especially if you're crunched for time. If you're like me, 3 kids, work, all the other stuff going on, you don't necessarily want to, or you don't want to be at the gym every day for an
That's
hour
right.
and a half.
Exactly.
Right?
That's
that could be a
ideal
little
for you, Jason. Yes. And you burn twice as many calories in that shorter period of time. But it was originally designed for people that don't work out. The workout people love it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But it's like, how can I extend my life? I've got kids. I have a busy lifestyle. I like my sports, tennis, skiing. I don't want to injure myself. So you wear this power suit, and you can, keep doing the activities you like, and you can also extend your life a little bit longer. Or like, for example, I have my mother. She has a walker, and she really doesn't need the walker. So I'm just like, okay, well, why do you have the walker? And she's like, well, I'm afraid I'm going to fall down. And she's like 80. So I hire a physical therapist for her. She does physical therapy. Now she doesn't need the walker. She's ideal for the power suit because I didn't have to hire the physical therapist. I could just put her in the suit, and she can actually activate her muscles. And now she could, walk without the walker. So it's that kind of extending your lifestyle.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing too, I think the last the other gentleman that was here and so talks or in your tram, and you
My other
talked about
business
in your video that it's controlled by the instructor. So
Correct. You have
is
a
it
coach.
anything like your is it your mom? You said that wears
Yes.
it. Is she able to? So if she's wearing it, like, can somebody just control it themselves?
Yes. So you have a
or-
coach or a physical therapist that can control it.
Okay.
Yep. The next gen, let's call it Gen 3.
Yeah.
You're going to actually be able to do it on your own. So let's say you have, this is more for the people that want to go for a bike ride. They're training for an Ironman. You got a bike for 4 hours. You don't have time. You put this power suit on. You have an iPhone app, and you control it yourself. So you go for an hour bike ride, and typically 20-minute workout is equivalent to 2 hours. So if you do an hour workout, you're doing a 4-hour bike ride. So now you don't have to bike for 4
because
hours.
you're utilizing all of the
those
muscles that you wouldn't be
Correct.
utilizing.
Exactly.
Wow.
Right.
So the days of going in and just bench pressing and
Squats and lunges.
Girls for the
and
girls.
everything else.
yeah,
Oh,
girls,
Girls for the girls. It's
I like it.
it's definitely a game changer.
Yeah, those days are over, huh? The old what was that gym that everybody wore the t-shirts of?
Gold's.
And they-
Gold's
Yes,
Gym.
Gold's
Gym,
Gym with
yes.
the big.
Gold's Gym.
Cut off the sleeve.
Body by
Yeah.
Jake. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're right. How long did it take you to design the suit? Was it quite? Has it been several years in the making?
Well,
or-
there's a technology called electronic muscle stimulation. It's been around for 10 years, and
Yeah.
basically it's the pads. If you go to physical therapy, you put these pads on your knees, and it sends muscle stimulation to that area. Well, all we did was take that technology and put it into a wearable. So basically, I'm like, well, why can't we do this without wires? Right?
Yeah.
And just change the concept. So we put pads in the chest and the core and your glutes and your legs, hamstrings, biceps, triceps, and then just did it through Bluetooth. So just kind of took something that's already there and just amplified it and made it a little bit more sleeker and a little bit more advantageous for the marketplace.
And instead of singling it out on one,
Correct.
you got it on your whole body essentially.
Right.
Yeah.
What percentage of people at your gym would you say are using this suit?
Well, we just launched it at the firm this January. So right now it's more group personal training.
Okay.
We don't want people to go crazy. We're trying to educate people. So we have about 12 group personal training classes that we offer, and you can pick whichever one you want. You can go to an app, the Firm Minneapolis app, download it, log in, and then we can get you to try it out.
All right.
Oh, great.
Awesome. That's great
Thank you.
information.
Jim, what's the firm's number, real quick?
612-377-3007. And the website's the easiest, TheFirmMpls.com.
TheFirmMpls.com. So Jim Stathis with the firm. Remember, the measure of who you are is what you do with what you have. So use what you have. Sign up for the bodysuit. We'll be back with more. Thanks, folks.